The Mountaineers return home for their final homestand of the season. I'm Joshua Corman alongside Appalachian State head coach Angel Elderkin. Coach, your team just snapped a 3-game losing streak after a dominating performance against Georgia Southern. What did you see in that game compared to maybe the 3 previous games?
In that game, I thought we started out with great energy. I think Georgia Southern made some shots, and it didn't rattle us. We just continued to do what we do. I think we did a great job of getting out in transition and controlling the tempo, and that's always key for us. When we can get 20 points in transition in our primary offense, generally that leads to success. When we can win the rebounding, it leads to success. So I was really proud of the way that our team responded and the way that we just continued to fight for 40 minutes.
Offensively, and just as a whole, you were without Maddie Story the entire weekend, but the offense was still carried by Ashley Polachek, Tierra Wilson, even Lainey Gosnell played extremely well offensively. What did you see from that younger group without Maddie Story, and what do you hope to see down the stretch with her potentially returning?
Yeah, I saw a lot of really good things. I think as a coach, it really opened my eyes to how much Tierra Wilson stretches the floor for us because of her range. So I think there's going to be stretches throughout the next games where, think people are clogging the paint because Maddie and Pri are so similar in the way they get to the paint. We need to look at her more and go to her more. I think with more minutes, she gave us more production. Lainey's just been solid all the way around. I mean, she's another kid who really stretches the floor. Then when she starts rebounding the basketball and then scoring around the rim, it makes her even dangerous. And Ashley had an unbelievable 2-game performance. Well, my hope for Ashley is that she can continue. I think we were there when she did it in Texas, and then we came back and she cooled off. I think the key down this stretch is going to be getting consistency from her night in and night out. Now,
Maddie Story was out the last 2 games. Can you give us an update on her if she'll play this weekend?
Yeah, she'll be coming off the bench for us tonight. She has been cleared to go. We are going to bring her in off the bench today, try to get her into some flow, try to get her some minutes. I hope to be able to manage her minutes and not overplay her, but get her back and get her comfortable so we can start her on senior day.
Offensively, you mentioned being in the paint, and last time out against ULM, you had 46 paint points that tied a season high for your team, and I know that was something that the coaches afterwards for ULM weren't happy with, so they're going to make adjustments here today. Are you still focusing on getting the ball into the paint, especially against a really good 3-point defensive team?
Absolutely. They've changed up their defense since the last time we played them. When we played them there, they were playing more of matchup zone, 1-3-1, a little bit of man. They haven't played the zone at all. So I don't know if that's, hey, we've seen everybody, let's go, let's sell out to our man-to-man. So we're anticipating that they're going to start the game. They're going to try to switch our primary offense, our middle ball screen, and just try to really work to keep us out of the paint. I think we have a couple tweaks, so we're ready for it. I think with our team, because of our ability to play inside out, we become a difficult matchup for them.
This is another 2-win Sunbelt team that you're facing. You faced Georgia Southern last time out, and they also had 2 wins. Do you think your team is starting to understand that each game is just as important no matter what the record?
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely emphasizing it. I was watching a 2-win team beat a 3rd-ranked team the other night. I think we were all sat in Dairy Queen and watched them take a UT Arlington to overtime. So my stress to this team is we don't look at teams' records right now. It's February. I mean, we're almost March. Tomorrow, crazy things are happening. We've got to be dialed into what we do. And App State can't beat App State, and that's been kind of the message all week.
With that in mind, you dominated ULM last time you played them. Are there things that you have told your team that you want them to do better in this matchup?
I think consistency is key. Like, we go down there on an away arena and put up 80 points. I'd be really disappointed if they hold us in the 50s today. I'd be extremely disappointed. So I think we've got to continue just to do what we do. Get out in transition. They're weak in transition. And, like you said, what adjustments are they going to make? At this point in late February, I know as a coach, there's only so many things you can do to fix your transition D. So I think for us, it's like get after them in transition, get after them defensively, try to get stops. Their guard play is playing really well. And so the one thing that has me concerned is if we can't get stops and they can get scores, they can set their defense, and that could hurt the tempo of this game.
Your team is 7-7 in the Sun Belt, currently 8th in the standings. Are you emphasizing to the players that these next 4 games are crucial to move up in the standings, or are you trying to just focus on one game?
No, I woke up this morning and I sent our coaching staff a text, like we're a game and a half out of 4th. And we're fighting with 5 other teams for 4, 5, 6. Let's go. I told the team in the huddle today, the same thing. They need to understand nobody wants to be in that 9-10 game. That's really tough. And even the 7-8, as you know, with our schedule, going to Mobile and coming back. So we are taking it one game at a time, don't get me wrong, but we are constantly talking about where we are and where we want to go.
And lastly, final homestand of the season, 2 games here in Boone, North Carolina. Any final thoughts before today's game?
I think the biggest thing is I want to see this team play really well. I think the bounce back in the week last week, even though we split, I saw some really great things. And so as a coach, you say to yourself, are we turning the corner? Did we hit our stretch of tired legs, tired minds? And are we focused and are we locked in? And that's really all I want for our team. I want great energy. I want energy plays. I want everybody to be able to contribute. And I want to see us defend homes these last 2 games.
Thank you, Coach, and we'll talk to you after the game.
Thank you.